Hello and welcome everyone to this channel. Today, we're going to talk about the Chevening Scholarship. We're going to talk about the eligibility, requirement, deadline, and most importantly, the essays. I believe that's what you're most importantly here for. Without further ado, let's get started with the video. Here's the Chevening Scholarship Guide. So this guide provides a comprehensive overview of the Chevening Scholarship application process, including the insights into the essay, questions, and reference letters. Reference letters are also required alongside the interview process and the required documents that you need to fulfill. So let's get started. The first question, the networking skills. Before we begin with the questions, it's very important for you to understand why these questions are asked to you in the very first place. So, the reason why these questions are asked to you is to understand whether you are the right kind of candidate who would be able to fulfill the larger goals of the scholarship. So, as the first essay question says, it's about the networking skills. So, in the networking skills, we have bifurcated this entire question, this entire essay question into four categories. So, number one is this national and international connections. So, let's suppose if you have had any sort of experience, like any personal experience with people from the international background, whether they belong to any particular society or anything of that sort, you can mention about those experiences over here. The first essay question, this entire question is gonna be comprising of all these four sections that we're gonna talk about. It is not a complete a complete ready to go structure, but this is something that we have seen which has worked for a lot of students. So if you also believe that you want some sort of guide to write this answer, you should definitely check out this entire structure that we have made for you. The number one is national and international connections. So whatever connections that you have, be it inside your country or outside your country, you can mention about those experiences over here. Number two, Number two is professional interactions. Now, the professional interactions, as you might be aware of the requirement of this scholarship, so it requires you to have at least 2 years of working experience, and it could be any sort of work experience that you have, provided that you are fulfilling 2,800 hours of work experience during all this time. So the second experience that you should be mentioning is your professional experience. So let's suppose you're working for a company where you are interacting with clients from outside your country, then you should be mentioning about those things over here. You can mention about whether you've connected with some government officials or academicians or some international representative of some companies or that sort. So you can mention about those over here. Number three is cultural exposure. So basically, this means how you were able to interact with people from different backgrounds, people who came from different cultures, age groups, socio-economic classes, and how you were able to interact with them and accept and understand their culture as well. Number four is communication skills. It's very important for you to understand that whatever answer you're writing, it is very much effective for the scholarship committee to understand that okay, you are very vocal about getting this scholarship. That is about the number one essay question. Number two is your leadership qualities. This leadership quality means we have bifurcated this question in three categories, broad categories. Number one is leadership scenarios. So you need to specifically mention about those instances where you have demonstrated leadership qualities. You've emphasized more about your roles and responsibilities and how you were able to lead some teams or lead some specific micro teams for that sort. So you can mention about those things over here. Number two is team management. You need to talk about how good of a manager you are. it could be anything in that sort. So you can mention about some examples from your team, like let's suppose there's some very strong time crunch, so how you were able to work out through this entire process, and you were able to motivate the entire team, delegate the tasks, and achieve the entire goals within a speculated time frame. Number three is community projects. So this is very important since this is a scholarship essay. So you need to also keep in mind that you're mentioning about the community projects as well. So you can mention about anything, any community project. So let's suppose you have helped people in distributing, medical kits, or ration kits, or something of that sort. So you can mention about the specifics of that entire task over here, and that could be considered as a leadership quality essay answer. So comprising of all these three qualities, you can definitely have a very strong chance that you have created a really nice answer for this entire question. Now, number three is your future career plans. Now, you need to understand that the future career plans should not be very selfish in nature. Okay, so in this question, obviously we have created four different sections of this answer. So the number one would be community support. So you need to be very thankful to the entire world, okay, that they have all came together to help you in achieving this entire goal, and how you will be able to help the community back, so giving back to the society. So that would be the first thing. Now, number two would be your smart goals. So, smart goals, it could be something that you can measure. Okay. For example, it could be like you want to scale to the profile of a CEO or something of that. So that's just an example. I'm not saying that you have to mention it, but that is just an example that you should, that you can work around for the second part of this future career plans essay. Now, number three is social, academic, and a professional approach. So this is going to be a very short paragraph that will comprise of everything, a very brief gist of your academic, professional, and even your, social background as well. So how everything around you has conspired you to work around your, academic goals, professional goals, and how all of this will fall into place for a better future of this entire world. Now lastly is going to be your skills and experience. So you need to connect your skills, volunteer activities, and work experiences to your career aspirations. So yeah, that's going to be the number third essay. So the number fourth essay is about studying in the UK. Since this scholarship is gonna give you an opportunity of studying in the UK, so yeah, so the first is how you're gonna you have to mention the reasons for studying in the UK. And although there's a lot of content available on the internet on why you should be studying in the UK, so uh, I would rather suggest you not to completely copy and paste those entire questions, because you need to understand that there are a lot of people who are going to do the exact same. So you need to uh, have a very smart approach towards writing that particular answer. And the second is going to be obviously the UK's academic excellence, since you need to have a confirmed offer letter from any particular college or university. That is going to be required, and you need to mention how the UK's colleges or universities are offering a superior education as compared to the other countries, and things like that. So you can mention their ranking and all those things, so you can mention just a little bit of that. Now the next is the cross cultural understanding. So you need to have a very strong research that would give you a clarity on why you have chosen to study in the UK, because obviously UK is a home to literally everyone else out there in the world. So you may find anybody coming from literally any part of the world. It could be any African nation, it could be any American nation, it could be any European nation, or anything, like literally anything. You can find literally anyone from any part of the world in in the UK. So you should be mentioning about cross cultural understanding as per you. Now, lastly, is your international research. So, yeah, this is going to be a very factual answer. The last point, obviously, is going to be a very factual point of view. So, you need to mention, how, you are going to have a great opportunity of, doing your own research in this, in the UK. So, that would be the last point that you should be concluding this entire answer with. Now, another requirement is for the reference letters. So you need to ensure that you have at least two reference letters from those people who have known you academically or professionally. So I would rather suggest you to get those, signed from those people who, let's say, if you have done a job, so that could be your immediate manager or your company's director, or if you have, or from where you have completed your education, so you can mention about those people. It could be a direct professor or an HOD as well, so those could work really well for you. Now, the entire interview process, as you can see on your screen, the interview process is quite simple. As you can see, number one is the shortlisting of the candidates. So the shortlisting of candidates will be in the shortlisted candidates will be invited for an interview at the British Embassy in their city or town. No matter which city you're in, you're going to be invited to the British Embassy in your city if you are shortlisted. The second step is the interview preparation. So you need to start preparing for your interview. You need to ensure that whatever little you have written for the essays, you are completely confident about it, because they are not going to ask you anything outside the essays that you have written. So there's a very high chance that they might, ask a very simple point from your essays, and that might be it. So yeah, make sure that it's very, touchy kind of an answer, so that could really help you, because we've seen students who have given such kind of answers that really helped them in getting those scholarships. Now, the number three is the interview dates. So as you can see, the interview dates are from 27th February 2025 to 28th April 2025. So you have plenty of time for that. And then the interview booking, so you need to select your, interview slot as per the availability. And lastly, interview process is going to be a face to face with virtual interviews. If there's some very, very difficult or tiring situation in your city or area, so only in that condition you're going to expect a virtual interview. Now, the required documents are as simple: transcripts of your academics, certificates of your achievement. If you have mentioned about your achievements, so you need to ensure that you have those certificates as well. Now, two reference letters. So it could be one from your academic background, and the second could be a professional letter of recommendation. And then those short essays that we just began this video with. Now, the documents to bring, the first is your passport, then or an identity card to the interview, and ensure that whatever little documents that we have just spoken about, these are the documents that you should present yourself with. Now, the last one, application deadline. So the application is closing on 5th November 2024. So make sure that you have completed your entire, uh, you know, documents and everything by the time by the 5th of November. So yeah, be prepared with that. So you have plenty of time. So yeah, that's probably it. So, in order to apply for the Chevening Scholarship, you should visit to the website chevening.org. Over here, let me just show it to you. So here's the homepage of the scholarship. I believe once you open the website, your page is gonna look something like this only. So as you can see, it's written over here, apply today. But I'll give you the direct link in the description of this video, so you can check out the entire page, the entire website. You will be able to figure out a lot of details about the past alumni, a lot of other resources that the Chevening has provided for you. You can check out the past approved people who have gotten the scholarship, and you can learn a lot about how you can actually frame your answers that would actually be fitting for this scholarship as well. So at chevening.org, you will be able to find a lot of resources. Now what you need to do is you need to go to specific this page, chevening.org/scholarship/India. Once you visit this page, I will link this page in the description as well. So over here you will find a lot of resources which are valid for the Indian students. So as you can see, it's mentioned Chevening in India, and the applications are open till 5th November 2024. So be sure that you have completed your entire application before 5th of November. It's better to apply beforehand and not wait till 5th or maybe 4th. So yeah, the button is here, apply now. If you click on this button, you will be redirected to the sign up page, and you just have to create your account and ensure that you are fulfilling all the criteria that the Chevening Scholarship is asking you for. So you can click on the Chevening application timeline and check out all the required documents that the scholarship requires from the students. And here's the application guidance that you can see, references and interviews. You can check those links as well and understand the kind of procedure that you need to follow. And so if you want to know what exactly does this Chevening scholarship include and why is this so special, then here's a gist of what Chevening is going to do for you. This is going to cover the entire university tuition fees. Alongside, it's also going to give you a monthly stipend. So you're also gonna get money every month if you get a chance to win the scholarship, as well as you'll also get a chance to you'll also be given funds to travel across the UK, and from the UK air travel allowance is also given to the Chevening scholarship holders. And there's a lot of other perks and benefits that you can absolutely check out on this page. And apart from that, here's the eligibility references, courses, and work experience that is required. So as I told you in this video, 2800 hours of work experience is required from the students to be eligible for this program. Also, you need to ensure that you have a valid offer letter from a university, and that's it. Then all you have to do is you have to do your own research to be able to create a really strong scholarship letter that would help you in getting your chances higher than the other ones. So yeah, all the best, dear students, and thank you so much for watching this video.